Hello, Africa, and welcome to this live chat here on DW Africa. My name is Josey Mahachie, and today we're coming to talk about the issues that are happening in Sierra Leone. And joining me this afternoon is our correspondent all the way from Sierra Leone. Her name is Claudia Anthony. Claudia, good afternoon and welcome to DW Africa Live.
Good afternoon, Josey.
So, Claudia, Sierra Leone appears to be the first African country, where rising fuel costs have translated into chaos. What exactly happened? What is the genesis of everything that is happening in Sierra Leone right now?
Well, there's rising cost of living and a lot of accusations of alleged grand corruption in high places. And over the couple of years, 3-4 years, a lot of human rights abuses have not been taken to the courts, and there are no decisions on those cases. So with the rising cost of living and the inflation rates, people got aggrieved. But we should remember that Sierra Leone is not the only country going through what Sierra Leoneans are going through now. It's happening all across the world, especially not only because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but also the war that is being fought out in the Ukraine.
But who exactly are these people, Claudia? Who are these people that just came out yesterday and started doing this? Who are they exactly? Because I understand the opposition has denied allegations that they are the ones behind this.
Yes, the opposition has denied the allegations that they are behind the protest. It's difficult to put a name or a face to these people because last week there was a letter sent to the Inspector General of Police requesting permission to stage the protest. In Sierra Leone, you only stage a protest of that sort after the police gives you permission. So the police had no name on this letter, and even the contact details, the police tried to reach this contact and could not. So it was like a faceless document in front of the police. So no permission was given, in fact, to stage this protest. It actually started on Monday and developed on Tuesday and then got worse on Wednesday, leaving close to a dozen people dead, including police officers, including a female police officer.
And because of these protests, the vice president had this to say.
Fellow citizens,
well,
you will recall that for the last several weeks, some self-serving Sierra Leoneans have intensified the call for violence and the forceful overthrow of the legitimate government of President Julius Maada Bio. Government has shown restraint in an effort to uphold the fundamental rights of citizens. However, these unscrupulous individuals have embarked on a violent and unauthorized protest which has led to the loss of lives of innocent Sierra Leoneans, including security personnel. It is also reported that public buildings, including police stations, have been attacked and burnt down in various parts of the country. Therefore, government wishes it to be known that as a country of law and order, these violations are unacceptable in all their forms. Consequently, government hereby declares a nationwide curfew with effect from today, Wednesday, 10th August 2022, commencing at 3 p.m. Government reaffirms its commitment to maintain law and order, including protecting the fundamental right of the general public. The security sector has been authorized to fully enforce these directives. I thank you.
Now, Claudia, that was the vice president himself declaring a national curfew. That was yesterday. Now, how effective is this declaration of a curfew? Is it going to bring normalcy in Sierra Leone, do you think?
It will definitely lead to normalcy. The curfew is in place. It was declared from 3 o'clock, as you heard him say there, till 7 o'clock p.m. last night. But from today, it starts from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And people are not really taking it light to flout the curfew rules. Special arrangement has been made for essential workers to get to their workplace even within the curfew hours, like nurses, doctors, other essential workers. So the curfew is in place and it's working, and with time it will get down. And it's still further notice, and with time it will boil down to some calm and normalcy. And people are calling anyway for the president to talk to the nation. People are calling for dialogue, because they are saying that they cannot continue to go on like that, and this hit and run by police versus civilian, etc., should not be the case.
Mm-hmm. Now, looking at what happened
this happen now Watalo as we talk. These are the police them. Forget. These are the people them. They don't come all over Watalo, all over. They don't overpower the police as soon as they see whether they retreat. The people they don't come out. They don't come out. Watalo, we don't come out. Watalo, we don't come out.
Now, this was the situation yesterday. Claudia, I know you might have mentioned it earlier, but exactly how many people have been killed and how many people were injured?
Several dozens of people were injured, according to workers at the main referral hospital in Central Freetown. That's the Connaught Hospital. And about 3 confirmed police officers were already lying at the morgue in Central Freetown. One of them a woman police officer, and another a male officer who was even tortured before being killed, and he had tire thrown on him and set alight. And there was about 7 civilians also dead, not only in the Freetown area and its environs, but also in the provinces and in the city, the northern city of Makeni, where there is a strong opposition presence.
Mm. So listening to what the vice president said when he declared a curfew yesterday, it sort of like sounds like he thinks this is political. Claudia, what is your comment on that?
Yeah, but that's what the government is saying. Even the Minister of Information is saying that opposition politicians are behind it. In fact, today there were a couple of things that happened so far. The Minister of Foreign and International Relation and Cooperation said he called a meeting with the diplomatic corps, in which he started with a minute silence to the fallen, to those who died yesterday. And going on, he referred to those who staged the protest as terrorists. So I think that is serious. Anyway, the ECOWAS has called for investigations into what happened, and it called also to bring those responsible to book. The United Nations, the European Union, etc., the UK government have all come out with statements yesterday expressing worries and calling for calm. But the ECOWAS committee came with a stronger one, calling for responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that when the curfew is lifted, this might happen again? Or what do you think is going to happen? What is the way forward now?
The way forward for Sierra Leoneans want to hear from the president. You see, when there is a problem, when the matriarch or the patriarch of the home speaks, the people listen. And we saw this happen during Ebola. We saw this happen during the 11-year civil conflict in Sierra Leone. We saw this happen on many occasions in natural disasters or man-made disasters. We saw it happen. It's happening in other places of the world. They are waiting for the president to talk to them. The president has not been talking to them. And that has been worries of some people in recent past. Like, talk to us. These things are getting out of hand. We are hearing this will happen, that will happen. Take action. Tell us something. You know. So I think Sierra Leoneans are waiting for the president. They want to hear from him, and then they'll make their decisions. They want to engage more than how they are now engaged. I don't think this will escalate. I don't believe it will escalate.
But was there a reason for him to have sent his vice president to make this declaration yesterday? Is he around? What is happening with the president?
Oh, the president is on vacation.
Okay.
He was in Europe, and when this process was taking place yesterday, he was in the UK. And so in his absence, the vice president is usually acting as the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So that's why the vice president had to make the statement. And as a matter of fact, the vice president heads the police committee in the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Okay.
Exactly. So that was his responsibility at that given time. That's why he made the announcement.
Okay. But as you spoke to people back home today, how is the situation? Is it calm on the streets of Freetown and other parts of Sierra Leone?
Yeah, there are people who I've spoken to in especially the peninsular areas of Freetown who tell me that they went earlier today, and just before the curfew took effect yesterday, they ran helter-skelter to get themselves produce, things to keep at home like rice and vegetables, so that they could have food today and watch how the situation is going. But as of now, the situation is calm and everybody's licking wounds, and the blame game starts. But you have people who are actually trying to pacify the whole thing and trying to say this is not a blame game. Let us look at ourselves and start afresh. People keep reminding of what happened during the war. There are a lot of videos going out on former President Ahmed Tijan Kaba's speech when the war ended in Sierra Leone. That's the president we got a couple of years ago, Alhaji Ahmed Tijan Kaba. He gave a very strong speech trying to tell us, or to let us make a promise to ourselves that never again. So people are using that speech to cool tempers. And I think it's working.
All right. Thank you so much, Claudia Anthony, for joining us today here on DW Africa, as we've been speaking about the protests that erupted in Sierra Leone yesterday. And as she rightfully says, the situation right now is calm, but we will obviously keep tabs on everything that is happening here on DW Africa. Until next time, my name is Josey Mahachie. Cheers. Thanks, Claudia Anthony.
You're welcome. Bye.